Neil Evans and welcome back to the Carnival Club as we close in on the end of the year, and of course the east all moves to the west for the big Ascot Carnival in WA in Perth, and this is the big headline day. Of course it's Group 1 Railway Stakes Day at betting.club. Look out for all those early markets as they come up. As I say, the headline meeting for the year at Ascot. It goes then into the Winterbottom, of course, at Group 1 level, and then in a few weeks time the Group 1 Kingston Town over 1800 metres. So a lot of the focus in thoroughbred racing around the country is on Ascot in WA, but look out for all the markets in the major metropolitan venues coming up at betting.club, including the big one at Ballarat, the standalone meeting. The Ballarat Cup is on this Super Saturday, and of course all those fixed odds markets in Sydney, Brisbane and right around the country. But as I say, we're here at the club now to hone in on the two big races at Ascot. Keep in mind there's a stack of listed support races. The Jungle Mist is one, the Placid Arc for the sprinters is another one, but we're going to focus on the big one first up. Of course is the Railway Stakes over the mile. Traditionally a very competitive race, normally $5 or $6 the field, and Ascot, as we know, a very, very tight track. If you miss your window there and you're caught up in traffic, very hard to get out and win the race. So luck plays an important part. So have a look at the pattern on the day and look at those barriers, of course. Try and relate that to the tempo of the race. Build a map and see where you can strike. If you get that bit right, you can get a winner at a very big price. So let's have a look at the major runners here, starting from the top. Cowie is the former New Zealander that's come across a Group 1 winner from New Zealand, but I must say that's not overly strong form for what is a pretty big renewal of the railway. $13 out to 14 at betting.club. Disposition has had very solid lead-up form through the Lee Steer. A close-up second in that race is rock solid around about the 10, but just out from 9, but solid at $10. Then you go through some of the more fancied runners. The early favourite, fairly wide in the market, number 6, Perfect Reflection for the Williams, and keep in mind Pike is back from suspension to ride. Perfect Reflection, $5.50 into 5 early at betting.club. Drawn to that may be for a concern for a horse that does get a little bit back. Number 7, Macintosh, is solid in the market, $5.50 out to 6. This is a horse with very, very good group form on the eastern states. Across now in the west for Chris Waller, $6 at betting.club. Regeese, last start winner at Flemington, that you'll recall has had 4 run backs. It's in very, very good form. It slipped out $6.50 out to $7.50 early and might get to a very, very good price. Regeese. Others in the market, number 14, Scales of Justice, $11 down to 9. Last start winner, will go forward and race near the pace. Might be really hard to run down if they don't go along quickly. So watch out for Scales of Justice, a move there. And they're the major runners. As I say, let's have a quick look at the form. Perfect Reflection won the Group 2 Lestier Stakes. It's probably as far as it wants, 1600 metres, but Pike back to ride this one, and the form's been really, really good. So if Perfect Reflection doesn't get too far back and doesn't get held up from that 2 gate, you'd have to think that it will be in the finish. Macintosh, of course, 4th up, was close up 5th in the Cantelar, and that's really good form behind La Romaine, switching across to the west. Won the Theo Marks, of course, nice and fresh. So on the score of class and quality in the eastern states, you'd have to think Macintosh, if gets some luck from the draw, will be in the finish. Regeese, the Group 3 Chatham winner at Flemington. It's got a really, really good turn of foot, Regeese. It can sprint quickly. That might be a big, big advantage around the tight Ascot circuit. Drawn 2/3 of the way out, so it might be able just to sit up with a trail in the first third and really put the foot down. So I think Regeese, $7.50 is probably over the odds. Disposition, not beaten far in the Lee Steer, of course, behind Perfect Reflection. Again, drawn 19, it's on the other side, way out in the car park. Comes in a few with the emergencies, of course, but that might make it a little bit tough. The other one, a couple here I'm going to mention that are right over the odds. Now, Heartstarter hit the line very strong last start. It's drawn 1. That could be a horrible, horrible gate. Probably the reason why it is around $26 in early betting. But Heartstarter, look, if it gets enormous luck, can really, really hit the line. But it's going to be a tall order for the jock there. And the other one I'm going to put in, I'm going to have something on myself, is a horse called Neverland, coming out of the Bob Peters stable again. One of my fave jocks over there, Peter Hall, takes the ride. Now, Neverland, $34 in early betting. Well beaten in the lead-up races, coming out of the same form. You might think, why Neverland? Desperately wants to get outside horses and have a clean run. Drawn out in about 2/3 of the way out and around the 10 or 11. And I think if Neverland can stay out of trouble, even if it travels wide with a trail and gets a real sprint and a real look at him from the 300 metres, I think Neverland can be opportunity in the finish at a massive, massive price. So as you can see from all that, it's a very, very open race. There's a lot of chances. I'm going to put Guineas on top. I like the way it won at Flemington. I think it's still on the rise. And I like it being drawn out a little bit. I think this is a perfect trip. $7.50 betting.club. Watch that price. Guineas on top to win the Group 1 Railway for me. I'm going to leave in Neverland at a massive, massive price to run second. I just think it's coming along nicely. And this might be a grand final day for this horse, despite the big price, of course. Any number could run in for third. I'll leave the wide favourite in for third, Perfect Reflection. But you could play any numbers. Great one for the exotics at betting.club. Guineas to win, to beat Neverland at a huge price, and Perfect Reflection in for third. So that's how I see the Group 1 Railway Stakes. Let's shuffle along now to the Group 2 of the day. This is the WA Guineas for the 3-year-olds. Again, pretty wide open betting, about $556 the field. Let's have a look. Saul Special, very good last start listed winner. The traditional lead-up race to the Guineas over 1,400 metres. 550 out to 6 Saul Special. I'll tell you what, that's getting to a pretty big price for a smart galloper from the Moreton Yard who's in good form. Perhaps the 15 gate is the reason why it's a little soft in the market, Saul Special, but I do think it can overcome that. A few others in the market. Lusaha. Now this is a horse only just won its maiden, then went to town, won a no metro race, and was only beaten a long head in that listed lead up, as I mentioned, behind Saul Special. It looks over the odds for Craig Williams, and another one from the Moreton Yard at $9. Number 10, Humanity, good draw from 3 if it doesn't get too far back, only beaten a long head behind Saul Special. It's at $7.50, fourth up, good value there. Down to number 14, Whispering Brook. Now this is the horse that's come back from the Eastern States, campaigned here, ran in the Group 1 on Derby Day, was beaten 6 lengths, but this is an obvious drop in class back to WA here. So around about the $6 from gate 10. You'd think Whispering Brook is in this right up to its ears. And right down the bottom there, number 16, Ella Kazoom, second to Samavare last start, 2 good wins over 1,000 and 1,400 metres prior to that. My only concern with Ella Kazoom, fourth up, is that the mile might just find it out. I think it's at its best at 1,400 metres, little risk there at the mile. So pretty open renewal of the WA Guineas at betting.club. Who am I tipping here? This is the big question. I'm tipping Humanity. Number 10, Humanity. Bowman on for Lenny Smith here. I just think it's got its foot right on the till. I think the lead-up's been really good. $7.58 betting.club is a terrific price. So 10, Humanity to win the WA Guineas, to beat 1 Saul Special despite the wide gate. Smart horse. I think $6 is ample for punters to get on there. I'll put it in for second. And for third, again, any number. I'm going to go with this one that Williams is on for Moreton, Lusaha, number 6 to run third. But on top for me in a wide Guineas, the winner, number 10, Humanity. So that's it, our look at the 2 big races, the Group 1 Railway, the Group 2 WA Guineas. Don't forget all those other races and all the great offers around betting.club for this big weekend of racing. You'll see plenty of special offers and great odds right around the land. Don't forget Ballarat Cup, watch that market, a big open race, expected to be $7 or more the field. So a stack of chances, plenty of opportunity to play the exotic. So good luck around the country, particularly on the big headline day at Ascot in Perth. You've been watching the Carnival Club. I'm Neil Evans. We'll see you next time.